Hi, I'm Kristi Bowman. Welcome to the second part of Yoga in the Office, Lower Body Wellness. We're going to work on ways to keep our core and our lower body strong and flexible, and our hips and spine in motion. This helps prevent aches and pains and injuries that can arise from sitting long hours at the desk. Let's get started. I recommend having comfortable shoes or kicking them off altogether. You can tell which I prefer. We'll begin with knee lifts. So wherever you are, bringing those knees up and bringing them up nice and high. Beginning to warm up the legs. Your hands can rest on your hips. And just doing a few on each side. And then beginning to take that step out a little longer for lunge. Stepping heel to toe and pressing off that front foot. We'll do about 5 on each side. Pressing. Then we're going to hold these presses, coming into crescent pose. So aligning the hips in the center, the back leg is bent. A few breaths here. Feeling those legs warm up. It requires a little bit of balance here in crescent. Taking a breath in. On the exhale, press through that back heel, pressing the heel towards the floor for a calf stretch. On an inhale, step up, and exhale, step the other foot back. Coming into crescent, back leg is bent. Steady, and then exhale, press the back heel. And stepping out of it. Good. So let's come into chair now, Utkatasana. We'll bring our feet under our hips and shifting the weight back. So bending the knees, tucking the tailbone under. Weight is in the heels and the hips. And let's take those arms out, so we'll incorporate some core work. Bringing the arms out, taking a breath in. On the exhale, draw that elbow across. You don't have to come all the way to the knee, but bringing it across. And inhale up, and then exhale over. If you like, you can stand all the way up in the transition, and then come over. Or you can stay low in the legs. And we'll do about 3 on each side. And coming all the way up, let's interlace those fingers, reaching the palms up towards the sky, breathing in, and then exhale, let those arms come back and down. Good. Let's go ahead and find a chair now. So using the chair to help support our balance, let's bring that right foot into the right hand for a quad stretch. Pressing the knee towards the floor to help lengthen those thigh muscles. Let's take a few breaths here. And inhaling, release. Taking the other foot in. If you want to work on your balance, you can do it freestanding, drawing the left foot in. Down and away with the knee. And on an inhale, releasing. Let's come over to the other side of the chair. You can use the cushion part of the chair, or if you want to raise it up a bit, you might use the arm. So for a hamstring stretch, one of the things we want to do is maintain that awareness in our core and our spine, keeping a nice flat back. So we'll bring our hands to our hips, taking a breath in, and then exhale, reaching the heart forward, reaching that heart towards the foot. Toes are pointed up. Let's take 2 more breaths. And inhaling, release, switching. Bringing the other foot up. It might be more comfortable to just stay upright as well. Over time, those hamstrings release more. You might be able to reach it forward. So taking a breath in and Exhaling, hinging at the hips. Your hands can remain on the hips, or you can bring them down to your thigh. 2 more breaths. And inhaling, release. Let's come back over to the other side. So engaging the side waist and the hips. We'll begin with taking the legs out, leg lifts. So starting with the right leg, we can do these movements fairly quickly. They don't have to be connected with our breath. Pressing through the heel, taking the legs straight out to the side. And then we're going to take it back at an angle, about a 45-degree angle or so towards the back. Engaging the low back and the gluteus maximus. Do about 5 to 7 in each position, and then we'll switch to the other side. Beginning straight out the side, pressing through the heel, and then back at an angle. Relax. Start with our feet about hip distance apart, hands on the hips, and then starting to make small circles, small sweeping motions with the feet. So taking the foot inside and then up and over. This is just to help everything keep moving and our hips moving. You can keep the circles small. You can make them a little larger, bringing the leg up higher. Keeping the press through the heel. Let's do one more on each side. And then stepping that leg out nice and wide, coming into a wide-legged yoga squat. Bringing the ankles underneath the knees, and you can allow those hands to rest on the thighs. So the weight is shifted back in the heels, tucking the tailbone under. You can stay here with your hands on your thighs, or bringing it down a little further, you can take your elbows to the inner thighs. 2 more breaths. Very grounding pose. Inhale, press our way back up. And then last movement here with our chair support. We'll stand on the left foot and taking the right ankle across the thigh, or just above the knee. So this right knee is going to roll open here. And we can stay upright. Or take a breath and then exhale. Sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. So this is an outer hip opener. You can also do this outer hip opener sitting in a chair. You can also work on your balance here. You're bringing the hand off, or finding your hands in Namaste. One more breath on this side. Inhaling, coming up. Let's take the other leg across. So you can use the wall or chair for support. Left knee opens up. Taking a breath in and exhale, sitting back. Shifting the weight back and letting this thigh roll open. Last breath. Inhale up. Very nice. For this next series of movements, we're going to go down to the floor. I encourage you to keep a yoga mat or a beach towel in the office, or find a comfortable carpeted area for extra cushion. Let's begin with kneeling lunge. We'll take the right foot forward. Hands to the hips. You're welcome to stay here with the legs at a 90-degree angle, or releasing those hips towards the floor for a nice hip flexor stretch. Enjoying a couple breaths. And let's add the arm. Inhale, taking that left arm, reaching it up towards the sky. You might also bend over towards the right ever so slightly to lengthen even more, all down through the side waist, down into that left hip. Breathing in and exhale, we'll take the arm down. Let's switch to the other side. Left foot comes out front. A few breaths here in kneeling lunge. And then adding that right arm, sending it up towards the sky. Feeling a long line of energy all the way from that right hand down to the right hip. Or tilting over towards the left just a little bit. Breathing in and exhaling, the arm comes down. Let's go ahead and come to lying on our back. Beginning with yoga bicycle, let's take those feet up off the floor. Knees are aligned over the hips. This is a core strengthener here. So our arms are down by the side for extra support. Taking a breath in. On the exhale, let's press through that foot. Reaching, pressing. Inhale, return. Alternating legs. Exhale, press. And inhale in. Let's do 3 on each side. Slowing down, going at the pace of our breath. Inhale in, exhale those feet to the floor. Let's keep the feet in close to the hips, coming to a sideways strengthener or obliques. We'll bring the fingertips resting lightly on the back of our head. We'll begin with the left side. So as we exhale, I'm going to sweep that left pinky finger all along the floor, reaching towards that foot. Inhaling up. And exhale the other side, sweeping across, reaching towards the pinky toe. Inhaling up. Engaging the side waist, feeling that area grow stronger. One more each side. Utilizing the breath. And inhale. Let's go ahead and lengthen our body all the way out, reaching the arms overhead, nice and long. Resting here a few breaths, closing our eyes. Enjoying a few moments of stillness and quiet. And then we'll bring those hands down to the side. Last movement, last pose. We'll take reclining twist, bringing those knees up, again, over the hips, extending the arms out to the side. Let's bring the knees over to the side. Relaxing here. If you like, you can have your hand holding the knee for support. Rounding out our yoga practice. Inhale, drawing the knees up. Exhaling over to the other side. Breathe in these peaceful moments. And we'll go ahead and roll to the side. Push our way up to standing. Thank you for joining me. Wherever you are, keep moving. Namaste.